Welcome back to the Newman Show. It's been a while. Time to drop a new episode. Now, here's something we don't talk about all the time. I was going down memory lane yesterday thinking about things that I've been through, things that I witnessed, the early 2000s, mid 2000s. And something that I came across that I remember was we went through a whole lot of fucking pyramid schemes. All these crazy, crazy, crazy schemes. Starting from like Herbalife. You had bitches walking around with a plastic container with like 16 chambers full of pills and herbal-like teas. And they were selling you a dream that you could live just off these pills and teas. And then people ended up in the hospital. That was a fucking crazy scheme. I remember so many people promoting this online. Same thing, you sell it to somebody and then they sell it and then you become a millionaire if they buy it off you. That was one of my favorite ones. People walking around with a container full of pills. And the dream was that you could literally just live off pills. Don't eat, just pills and tea. That was a great, great scheme. What happened to those people? I don't see them no more. They used to pop up before promoting Herbalife. It's insane. Then we had the infamous Mary Kay skincare. Those people drive around pink Cadillacs and they'll get your grandma, your tia, your moms. Everyone's been through it. Oh, me vendieron esta crema para mi piel, está buena la crema, la quiere comprar. And then their goal is for your mom to sell it to her tia to your aunt, your grandma. All of a sudden, everyone's selling these skincares. Next thing you know, you get a rash. It's insane. So many good pyramid schemes. But the best one that took over the hood, and I remember this because I was approached early when this first came out. It's going to hit some nerves. It was World Ventures, aka the stupid blue sign people holding up. You should be here. We all remember those schemes. They'll pull up to somebody's house with projectors and show your presentation how you have to find friends you could fuck over and convince to pay their membership, but they do it under you and then convince them to fuck other people's. And if they do it under you, you become a millionaire. And then they could try to convince you to fuck your family, your friends, your loved ones, and so on, so on. But the end game is as long as it's under you, you somehow become a millionaire. These people were fucking awesome. I knew some of them, not personally, but I know some of them in the hood that were able to convince so many and fuck so many people financially that they made money off this. But all good things will come to an end. I remember this was like, I think early 2005, 2006, around that time. I remember, hey, my boy's doing this crazy thing. You should join, come through. Met up at a Starbucks. They try to convince you, hey, it's nothing good. You're going to make income. All you got to do is pay this to join and then give us your information, give us your bank account, your social security. And then all you got to do is go out there and convince more people under you. And then those people do the same thing. You get perks. They're perks that they were pitching at that time. When you're in the hood, everything sounds good. Everything sounds easy money. Oh, yeah, you're going to go on these fabulous trips at a discount price. First of all, most of the people in the hood don't have money for a trip, whether it's with a discount or not. So why the fuck would anybody join this? But yeah, a bunch of pendejos that did it. I remember so many people paying into this and then having the balls to go out to fuck over your family members or loved ones, friends, to join this shit. And then you get to go on your Instagram or whatever social media was popping to hold a fucking yellow blue sign. You should be here. Again, don't get me wrong. I know a few pendejos that made money off this, but out of 20,000 people that joined, I think 3 were eating off everybody. And it went on for a long time. They got so many celebrities, I remember rappers promoting this shit. It was on the radio. A whole bunch of fucking idiots that were falling for this shit. And it was all over the hood. Then they got smart. They started traveling, going to Florida, going to Jersey, going to Cali. It spread like crazy. I remember this went on for a few years. Stupid blue signs all over. You should be here. And just as fast as it came, it fucking disappeared. They had, I think, a bunch of lawsuits in 2017 for the same thing: money scheme, pyramid scheme, promises that were never true, unauthorized use of your social security, a lot of accounts being hacked, a whole bunch of things all over the internet about World Ventures. And then I believe in 2021, they finally filed for a bankruptcy, but another group bought them out under a new name, doing the same basura, the same bullshit to other people. It's fucking insane how all these hood ideas and pyramid schemes are still around. And I know there's others that are now coming to light now for the next generation. Same thing. They show up to your crib. Some of them dress in a fucking suit, promise you the world, tell you how you're gonna make money, great income, a side hustle. Again, nothing that sounds too good to be true. It's usually too good to be true. Again, I know a few people that made money off this, but fucked off and fucked a lot of people in the come up. A lot. A lot of them changed their names. They changed their Instagram, their pages. Now they do other things. They make money, push other hustles. I respect that. Hustler's a hustler. Don't get me wrong. Because just like in the early 2000s, you had that bullshit. You also had a lot of people that were talking about crypto. A lot. Crypto, 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 Bitcoin, 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 Bitcoin. And just like a lot of people, I was one of those pendejos that I was like, wait, I don't know anything about this. Why would I even buy this or invest in this? And I missed out. Till this day, I kick myself because I know one or two people that became millionaires off Bitcoin. I will leave it for a different topic. We went through so much shit in the 2000s. It's insane the amount of schemes that people were coming up with. Not to mention, even till this day, you have so many credit card scammers. That was a big thing too in the hood. People were giving you courses on how to do credit card scamming. Whether you worked in a restaurant or in retail, they were teaching you like, yo, buy this thing or use this magnet or use this strip. It's fucking insane the amount of things they had to make money. Another thing too that we were talking about that I recently posted was I had no idea the Statue of Liberty was a different color. Not saying that it was paint the wrong color. I didn't know that it was made out of copper. And copper after a while it changes color, it goes and looks teal, like a green color. The Statue of Liberty represents a lot of things, but why the fuck can they just give her a nice little polish? Why don't get together and create a GoFundMe and clean the bitch? She's so dirty. And I know people posted comments, oh, it was done before and you just don't realize it. I'm from New York. I don't care about most things in New York like tourists do. I know a lot of tourists have life savings just to come to New York and experience things that I walk by every day and don't give a shit for. I'm sorry. It's not me personally, I don't think it's worth it. You have things like the Empire State Building, never been there. When we had the World Trade, RIP to everyone that died, never been there either. There's a lot of things I've never been to in New York, and I've been here my whole life. Um, Statue of Liberty, I took school trips twice. Never realized that under that coat of green, the real color is a copper color. Why can't we get together and have her cleaned? I don't understand. Is it too much to do? Is it expensive? Is there no funds? I mean, they find money to spend on dumb shit. I mean, the Van Wig's been under construction for 40 years. Apparently, I saw an article that says it'll be done by this November. No fucking way. I was just there yesterday. No way. It's insane how they have patches of construction throughout the Van Wyck. So it's not even like they're moving slowly and making progress on the same start point. They're all over the fucking Van Wyck. You have 18 pendejos eating breakfast and two guys doing the job, or you have 40 people on their phone and four guys looking at them. There's no way the Van Wyck is going to be done by November. We should start taking bets. Someone, DraftKings or what's the other one? FanDuel or whatever sports betting. Someone come up with a bet on when will the Van Wyck be finished. I'm down. I'll join this parlay. Let's make a parlay. Let's make some bets. I say 2030, it'll be done. If we make it to 2030, keep it a buck because the way shit's going, I don't fucking know. But going back to New York, the Statue of Liberty, I had no idea that she was copper. I feel bad. I really do. I do feel we should get together and clean her. I'll come up with a pyramid scheme on that. You know what I'm saying? Yo, well, every $20, you get a free entry to the Statue of Liberty. We should do something like that. Not to mention, it's October. The weather is changing. It was 54 degrees yesterday, 84 today. I don't know what the fuck's going on. All I know is that these damn kids, when I go to these pumpkin patches, 10 years ago, it would be $7 per kid, $2 for a hayride. The pumpkin was included, it would be free. Kids could take a pumpkin, you know, pay $1 for some hot cocoa. It was cool. Apple pie, pumpkin pie. Now you want to go to a hayride, whether it's Long Island or Queens, $54 per kid, $51 per kid, $60 per adult for a fucking 10-second ride on a hayride to go pick up a fucking pumpkin that I could get at Trader Joe's for 50 cents. What the fuck? Why is it so expensive? You're basically charging me what it will cost to go to Six Flags Fright Fest. But instead, it's in someone's backyard or somewhere on Long Island for $54 for a 7-year-old to go in there for 10 minutes to tell me it's cold or he wants to go home after he picked up his pumpkin. It's fucking insane. I don't get it. Why is this so much money? I come on this channel and complain a lot about why it's so expensive in New York. Whether it's fucking tolls, whether it's those stupid cameras all over Queens Boulevard that would catch if you do over 25. There's so many ways to get fucked and they take your money. I see all the time. I get it. You can have an easy pass tag. You'll still get a letter 6 months from now saying that in 2021 you cross a bridge and you didn't pay your tolls and now you have to pay it. I made a joke about how if someone had a nice big yard, I would be down to buy an old tractor trailer, buy a few pumpkins, you know, apple pies, pumpkin pies, whatever you need, and put a nice big sign and start a business. And we get money from all these people for a pumpkin patch. I'm down. Please, someone let me know. You have a nice yard, get these pumpkins together, lay them out. We have a whole, like 24 days, 25 days left of October before Halloween. The weather's still semi-nice. Like I said before, you have a one day 80 something, next day 50 something. Who knows? It might snow next week at this point. New York weather is never predictable. They said we are going to have a crazy hurricane season. We haven't seen shit. Thank God. Now, please, let's get together. Why let these big companies fuck us over a pumpkin patch? We should do it first, but charge less. Make it reasonable. There's always people out there willing to pay just to make the kids happy. I have a good idea. I'm telling you. Get a nice big yard, pumpkin patch entry fee, $25, $1 for a pie, $1 for a hot cocoa. But this is something I haven't seen. We could add toys right before the exit. You know how every aquarium or zoo, you have to walk through the gift shop and pay $80 for a plushie? Don't get me started. Since when the fuck have plushies taken over the world? I was never a big plushy kid growing up or having anything sort of teddy bear or a fake dog. I was never a big fan of that. Nowadays, these kids want $50 plushies, whether it's a Pokemon or some weird animal, all these weird cartoons, Rainbow Friends and Critters and Jippity something toilet and all these weird cartoons that these people watch on YouTube. They all have plushies. Why? Who wants 50 plushies in their bed catching dust? I never understood why is it so big right now. Everyone wants plushies. And we're not going to talk about those weird habubu, labubus, those weird little things that guys and girls put on the bags. I think that's fucking weird. Again, if that's your preference and you like to collect those little weird troll dolls, good for you. Going back to plushies. When did it become so popping out here? Plushies everywhere. Target will get you though. You go in there, $50 for a Pokemon plushie. It's insane. Then they have the $10 ones, Paw Patrol or again, whatever cartoon is out there. There's so many weird cartoons that I can't keep up with. I don't know how these kids find it, whether it's YouTube or Netflix. It's all out there. It's insane. Oh, it's called Scoobity Toilet, I believe. Skibbity Scoopity Toilet. Weird fucking shows. It's bad enough that we gotta watch our kids and what they're doing on Roblox. It's insane. I mentioned something that was pushing people's nerves a few weeks ago. We were talking about cars in general, like SUVs, CRVs, Honda Pilots, Acuras, anything SUV. Here in New York, there is a lot of car culture, but then there's also a lot of stupid shit you see. And one of them is people that take a beautiful SUV and they cut the suspension. I never understood what is the point of buying a CRV or HRC or ABC or Acura, whatever, any of those SUVs, and lowering the car, especially in a place like the East Coast where there's fucking potholes everywhere. Everything is designed to ruin your car to make sure you have to go to the mechanic every few weeks to change something. What is the purpose of doing that? And then when you catch yourself behind these idiots in the road, whether it's a highway or the street, they're going dumb slow to avoid breaking their rims, cracking something. They're not able to go up a ramp. They can, properly go in a gas station, out of gas station, in a parking lot. Bro, you're a fucking pendejo. And then when you tell them that, they get mad. I posted this on Instagram, had a few idiots upset. Oh, why are you talking about car culture or why this or that? You're an idiot. Stupid. Leave the fucking car alone. Just play with the original, your Honda Civic or your all those Hondas that you could tricks and put 90,000 into it so it could just sound like your dream car that you never could be able to afford. But besides that, let's go back, stay on topic. SUVs. There is no point of buying that to cut the suspension to later drive slow, deal with potholes, crack the rims, crack bumpers. What is this, bro? It's not Tokyo Drift. Relax. Leave those cars alone. It's bad enough that everyone that has cars in the Bronx, the wheels get stolen, the tires, the rims, the doors, headlights, mirrors. You can't have nice things in New York no more. People be stealing shit all the time. You leave your car parked outside, it'll be gone. There's a whole business. You need something, you just go to the shop. You want something done for cheap, you want something done, go to City Field. Right next to the $1 billion stadium that's building, you can still find your car parts there. I'm pretty sure it's there. But again, please explain to me Write to me, DM me, leave me a comment. Why is it that people take a nice car and ruin it? You don't look cool. Believe me when I tell you, there's no bitch out here like, oh my God, look at the way that car sits. Let me give that cornball my number. Nobody wants that. Nobody's out here like, oh my God, look at that. The way he cut the suspension, the way the car rides so low. I need that. I want to sit in that car. Get the fuck out of here. Nobody wants that shit. Believe me. Take that shit somewhere else. I don't care if you get mad. It's bad enough you have to spend money on the repairs right after. Here's something else that we didn't speak much of. The news came out about Bad Bunny being the halftime show performer for the Super Bowl. While everyone was going crazy about negative shit, positive shit, I'm here for it. Love Bad Bunny. I think it's fucking dope for the culture, for everything going on. Let him have the Super Bowl. He got this. But let's talk about something bigger that I think we all forgot since the announcement of Bad Bunny doing the Super Bowl. Can we all go back to the last show in Puerto Rico that Bad Bunny had and the legendary thing he did by bringing out Mark Anthony? In my opinion, Mark Anthony is a fucking icon. He is the man. I'm not even Puerto Rican, but Mark Anthony is everybody's mother's dream god. We all know that Mark Anthony lives in our parents, our grandparents, and us. I saw so many videos, whether it was on TikTok, Instagram, YouTube, everybody's page about Bad Bunny bringing out Mark Anthony. I saw it live. It was one of those things. I believe it was on Amazon, and I saw the whole thing. The moment this man started singing Mark Anthony's song, and then a few seconds later, Mark Anthony came out. That was fucking amazing. Doesn't get better than that. I think that is dope. That is one of the biggest moments in music history. I feel like no one spoke enough about that. You have Bad Bunny, who was on fire, global superstar. Let's make it known for those that don't know and still confused. He is a global superstar worldwide, not just Puerto Rico, everywhere. He brought out the man, Mark Anthony. People were crying, wilding out. Imagine if he did that for the Super Bowl. Can you imagine Bad Bunny bringing out Mark Anthony for the halftime show? Or let's call it what it is. Bad Bunny is having a concert and there's a football game going on at the same time. That's what I heard. Rumor is that's what it is. But imagine Mark Anthony coming out. That'd be epic. I can't think of any other big artist like that to shut the stage down with Bad Bunny. I thought of a few. Mark Anthony being my top choice. I thought about maybe Daddy Yankee or Bad Bunny returning the favor back to J Lo, but we already had enough of J Lo. I can't think of any other big artist that could come on stage to perform with Bad Bunny just for that dope moment for everybody, for all the Latinos out there. I think it would be amazing if we were to make this happen. Bad Bunny and Mark Anthony again at the Super Bowl. If it doesn't happen, we experienced it once before his last show in Puerto Rico, which was epic. This man has done amazing things. I think over $700 million for Puerto Rico of just all his shows. I think he did a great job. I seen him live a few years ago. I think it was last year, the year before, in MSG. Killed it. Dope show. I believe it was MSG or maybe Barclays. I don't remember. But I seen Bad Bunny. Took me a while to get used to him as an artist. When I first heard him, he was a trapped artist. Eventually, he started fucking doing great collabs and features with Head and other artists, and love his music. He plays with different type of genres, and I think is really, really, really fire. Now, this being said, few months to the Super Bowl, we gotta prep and prepare and hope that he has an amazing show, kills it. Gotta show love for the culture. It would be amazing. You never know. Can't wait for it to happen.